Once again, another victim has died, and that is Geneva Spencer of Lexington. Check out how much snow is covering the side of our live truck. Now you can actually kind of read what it says. And I know firsthand from working in it throughout the day just how dangerous this cold can be. A very active and sad scene here on Alexandria Drive, where police tell us a clerk was shot while working. There are many reasons why the government shutdown is a problem for those furloughed, but for the Witt family, there's 11. Police let us in on some details of their plan to control UK fans and their celebrations on Friday night, like in parking structure 5 on South Limestone with a few lanes of traffic. Or this one on Rose Street. They're also farther from their classes, where it's become a bit of a winter wonderland. I've seen about 6 or 7 salt trucks go by. Signs like this one have been given to business owners to keep prostitutes and their customers away. It was a wild ride for a driver, an experience for people inside Roosters when an SUV crashed into the front of this restaurant. Some people in this neighborhood think the homes are built too close together. So what are the rules? Just moments ago, we got word from police that they now have a suspect in this kidnapping, carjacking, and sexual assault case. And just when officials thought the water levels were going down, more rain. Moments after my live shot at 5 o'clock, I got a phone call telling me that a man had already been charged in connection to that attack at this Kroger off Nicholasville Road that we've been telling you about since it happened just after 3 o'clock. Now here you're looking at 44-year-old Corey Lane Cummins, who was arrested not even 2 hours after. They say he attacked a woman inside a Kroger while she was shopping. Now here's video from the scene when it happened just after 3 o'clock. Now police say that Cummins came up behind the woman and tried to cut her throat with a knife and wound up cutting her collarbone.
Put the camera down, please.
We're on a public street. We're just asking you just reaction about these conditions. That's the reaction we got when we approached Sergeant Brian Linhart at the U.S. Army Cadet Corps with photos inside these evacuated buildings.
You're attacking me.
I don't think this is attacking at all. I'm just showing you photos. Officials here were shocked by last week's evacuation, saying Rankin and McIntyre buildings were up to code to their knowledge. Do you think that it's safe for the cadets to be staying where there's live wires hanging down in damp conditions?
Well, none of our cadets were staying in any of these areas that you're showing me pictures
Well, they
of.
were here though.
Yes.
But the fire marshal says common sense should have told them that the buildings were not safe.
And this is some of the worst conditions I've ever seen. There were live electric lines throughout the breaks in between the windows next to the beds.
When looking through all 21 photos, the sergeant still claimed the cadets were safe. If you know you're under renovation, why do you have cadets staying in buildings that are under renovation?
Because at the time, ma'am, the building inspectors that we've been working with gave us no indication that any of our people would not be safe.
We were told those were energized wires that were hanging there.
The fire marshal has a different story, saying back in 2009, the state advised them not to occupy these buildings.
Reiterated with that again 3 weeks prior to our arrival on our complaint and advised not to be in the structures. They chose not to heed those warnings.
So what's next? The fire marshal gave them until today to make some sort of progress.
If it means that we eventually may have to tear down one of these buildings in order to move forward, then unfortunately we may have to take that step.
Officials will be checking up on that this Friday. In Millersburg, Jerrika Insco, WKYT. Nowadays, just about everyone texts. You probably text people like your mom. Hey mom, how was your day? Or friends nearly every day. Yeah, me too. But every once in a while, you get a text from a random number, like Amanda. Who's Amanda? Is it a wrong number, and why would I want or care to see her pictures? I got the text at 4 a.m. and so did possibly hundreds of other AT&T customers. Hey, did anyone else get this Amanda text?
I did.
Is it spam, and how exactly did Amanda get my number? AT&T Corporate didn't have that answer for us. We were emailed a link to consumer tips to avoid scams. Educate yourself and others about the scam, and of course, protect your own identity. Don't disclose any personal information over the phone. So we went searching for answers ourselves. We found people in the central Kentucky area posting that they got this message and weren't sure why. See, like right here, Jane says, why is she sending this to like everyone? So our next step was to visit the website Amanda asked us to. And where did it send us? Socialsex.com. It's clearly a scam. Amanda doesn't answer phone calls.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Or reply to text messages. She never replied. Your guess is as good as ours. In Lexington, Jerrika Insco, WKYT.
Woo! I'm getting dizzy!
Come and get it.
I'm glad that it's warm out.
While it's hot.
All the snow's melting.
Well, not hot, but 48, a number people are raving about.
That's why we're here.
And taking advantage of.
You want to swing in the clouds? We asked her where she wanted to go, and she said to the park.
I'm gonna feed the ducks over here.
And for today only.
When it's good weather, we try to come out.
While it's well above freezing.
It eats it.
Any little excuse to get outside. Jump. Good job.
You can have good weather one day and bad weather the next day.
Bad as in Arctic cold, like below zero cold. And it's coming right back tomorrow as if it never left.
Well, we had a long day in yesterday and a long day of shoveling our driveway.
Not the snow days kids jump for joy
You
about.
want to go get some hot chocolate?
Yeah. They won't let us go out if it's snowy, rainy, or under 40 degrees.
How about 40 below that?
Yeah, so they might not let us out once again, which really sucks.
It's cabin fever at its finest.
Yep. Going it was running. He's been getting on my nerves. This tastes like cereal. Everyone knows how little brothers are.
Figured today the kids could use a day out, and since it was so nice,
It's their last chance
definitely a good break to come out.
to have a snow day
This is awesome.
outside in Lexington. Jerrika Insco, WKYT.